Hi there and welcome to an Altos tutorial. This is step 1, report setup and customization. So if you're brand new to Altos and you haven't even gotten started with your first report, this is a great time to do it. When you log into your account, this will be your landing page. You'll see that it says reports. Now, chances are when you log in, you'll be prompted to add that first report. Worst case scenario, you can go over to our new report button. This new report button can be utilized to add additional reports as well. So what you'll do is you click on that button and just search for any city or zip code. Okay, so if I go ahead and say Phoenix and do a search, it'll bring up every Phoenix report we have, regardless of what state. So you can see here that there's plenty of different cities with that title. So you can choose to add a citywide or zip code specific, right? So zip code specific, we'll mention that zip code will only take into account the active inventory for that said zip code. If you find one up along the top here where there is no mention of a zip code, that is a citywide report, and that will take into account the active inventory for every zip code within Phoenix, for example, so giving you a much more broad report. Okay, so if citywide is what you're after, then you just click Add Report, and now it's added to your report list. You'll see here that I have quite a few, so it's all by alphabetical order. You can do your search here. If we go ahead and refresh, you'll see I now can go Phoenix and it'll come up. See, and I have also zip code specific. So this is a great tool if you do have a ton of reports. So if you've got our premium account, which is every report within within a county, then you'll have a lot of reports and you're not going to want to go one page at a time, let me tell you, right? So you can go ahead and filter through your reports here. Okay, so that's how you go about adding a new report, your first report. Okay, so the next thing is you want to take advantage of the fact that you can brand your reports. So how can you add your image? How can you add your name? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Looking at this page, you'll see a button titled Customize Reports. Click on that, and you'll see that you have a name field, a subheader text. So I'm going to give some best practices, but you can place whatever you'd like in these fields, right? You can say your localized market report. You could say your company's market report. It's up to you how you want to title it. In my opinion, it's great if you've got your name, right? One of the things that you want to consider is the usage of these reports. Chances are, and hopefully, you're not going to just share the interactive reports, but you will be sharing the printed PDF reports as well. And when you do that, you convert it to a PDF. It's really important that that print material has your contact information. So what I recommend is either put your company name's market report or your own name here. Okay. Then within the subheader text, you want to place your contact information. This is a great place to put your company name if you didn't put it here, your name if you put your company's name here. You can put your email address, your title, if you've got, a number, an ID number, you can put it all here so that when you do go about printing the report, you'll be able to have that contact information and it works as a great marketing piece. Okay. Now, you also have a place here for footer text. So whatever you don't put here, you can put in the footer text. So if you have license numbers, your brokerage information, that type of information where maybe it's a requirement, you can place it within this field here. Okay. Now the next one is the call me phone number. So this is an option. You do not have to have it, but it's nice if you feel like you're going to have clients who are going to view these reports with their cell phone. This is a really great feature. It's a click to call. So place your cell phone number here or at least a direct line. An extension will not work. So make sure that the number is a cell phone, something that they can reach you directly from your report. Okay. Now, if you opt out of this, the button on the report that says call me will disappear. So it's not, if you leave it empty, it's not going to be a dead button. So just be sure that if you do want to utilize that feature, that you place your phone number here. Now, scrolling down, you can choose any color in the rainbow. It's awesome. Now, if you've got a strict color palette, you can go ahead and place that color code here, and that way it will be consistent with your color scheme. If you want to just randomly pick a color, you can. You just use the wheel here. Your primary user, this will be you here. If you've got other users that you'd want to go ahead and assign as the primary user, you can do that as well. Scroll down and you have an opportunity to either add your headshot or your company logo. So to determine which one you want to do, typically with this drop down, we place the headshot within a circle like you see here, but you also have an opportunity to use the rectangle. The rectangle is perfectly fine as well for a headshot. It's just dependent upon what you prefer. But if you're going to use a company logo, I would definitely recommend using that rectangle. Okay. So you upload your realtor photo. It'll say upload logo if you choose the rectangle. Pretty straightforward. And then you'll want to click save. Now, you can change those at any time, right? So if you didn't like what you saw or your contact information changes and you need to make that type of change, just remember, click on Customize Reports and make your modification, click Save, and all of your reports will update. You don't have to worry about having to republish or anything of that nature. Okay, so now when we look at a report, you'll see Jessica Lucky's market report and then that subheader text, right? So that's where that appears. So that looks really nice. It's got your contact information. Now remember that click to call. That's over here with the call me button. So now when you have folks using the reports or looking at the reports via their cell phone and they have a question, they can do a quick click to call. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense and hopefully you find that helpful. Again, your landing page here is the reports page. Your goal first is to add the reports to your account. So you can go ahead, do that by clicking the new report button and then just adding it to your list. It'll tell you the count down here as well. Now to customize again, click on that customize reports. This is where you change that branding for your reports. Okay. Don't forget to click save. All right, so hopefully you found that helpful. Thanks again for participating in this tutorial. Hopefully you'll participate in another tutorial soon. Take care.